once again, Canelo Alvarez has ducked an opportunity to compete against a young phenom, a rising phenom in the sport of boxing, my people. Nasty work. If you guys didn't see, the IBF recently mandated a fight between the former two-time undisputed world champion in 4 different divisions, the pride of Mexico, and Iglesias, who's standing at 6'2.5", 14-0, 13 KOs, Cuban sensation. Canelo Alvarez has came out with his team today, dropped the breaking news on us that they will not be competing for the vacant IBF world title that was mandated by the IBF because Canelo Alvarez is still recovering from his elbow surgery. Now, as you guys could tell, I'm wearing an undisputed Canelo Alvarez hat, but at this point, I'm getting tired of it, my friends. At some point, we need to draw a line when it comes to cherry-picking fights and what the sanctioning bodies allow certain people to do in the sport, specifically Canelo Alvarez. Because, look it, I don't want to see Canelo Alvarez competing for a title shot by any of the sanctioning bodies in the next year, being that the WBC has ordered a fight between Hamza Shiraz, Christian Mabili, right? The WBA just elevated Armando Resendiz to full WBA champion, right? His mandatory is Beknamir Mulazkaziev. And the WBO has set up a mandatory fight between Hamza Shiraz and Diego Pacheco. The IBF was the one that mandated a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Iglesias, but as we just seen, Canelo turns it down. We've seen too many times a young phenom who's on the rise get turned down a fight against Canelo Alvarez because of some excuse. Now, it's not like the IBF was ordering Canelo Alvarez to come back next month and compete in this fight, or 2 months from now and compete in this fight. He could have waited another 2 months and possibly had the fight, I don't know, 5 months from now. I honestly believe that if Canelo Alvarez wanted to pursue this with his team and the IBF, that they would have waited to set this fight up. But right away, Canelo Alvarez and his team declined the fight. And like I say, it's not shocking news because you look at Iglesias, who is absolutely huge for the 168-pound division, right? 6'2.5" tank. Beating guys like David Morrell Jr. in the amateurs, undefeated, 13 KOs. Sensation. Absolutely sensational. I think Canelo Alvarez is at the point of his career where he needs to retire from the sport of boxing, man. You know, 2 of the most important fights of your life, Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford, you lost them. There's a lot of people that say you ducked David Benavidez, and heading into your retirement, people are never going to forget about this, right? Now you continue to duck great opposition like Iglesias. And I'm interested to see who you're going to fight next instead. If Canelo Alvarez, yes, I understand he's a former undisputed world champion, but I feel like if Canelo Alvarez does get a world title shot, and it's not for the IBF, he takes on somebody cheap as hell, then I'm going to be pissed, bro. I am going to be pissed. And I will no longer wear this hat. If that is what happens in the sport of boxing by Canelo Alvarez, who thought he was going to be able to go in there and beat Terrence Bud Crawford. It's the only reason why he took that fight. Everything flipped on him, and now he's left with nothing but opportunities that he's turning down due to an elbow injury that he could have just, right? They could set up plans. They could set up plans. So if the Canelo Alvarez elbow injury is what's keeping him from competing against his fight with Iglesias. I do not want to see him set up a fight in the next month, in the next 2 months, with a fight with somebody else, because I'm sick of it. Canelo Alvarez has officially ducked Iglesias, not giving him the opportunity to make big money. And instead, now they're in talks with the number 4 ranked fighter in the IBF division, who's not ranked in the top 10 in the 168-pound division by Ring Magazine. Mexican sensation, Jaime Munguia, who just beat Bruno Soros in a rematch. The first fight got absolutely knocked out in his home state of Mexico. Returns against Bruno Soros and gets it done in great fashion. Now, to me, in my opinion, I love this fight. Mexican sensation Jaime Munguia, who's an absolute force to be reckoned with, loves to fight against a Cuban sensation. And Iglesias, this is a great fight to make. And in my opinion, I am not pissed off about this. I would have rather seen Iglesias get the opportunity against Canelo Alvarez, but at the end of the day, I'm not pissed that he could get the opportunity against Jaime Munguia. No matter what, Iglesias, the number 1 ranked fighter by the IBF, is getting the title shot next. It's just going to be a matter of who's going to fight him. Does Jaime actually want to fight this young phenom? It makes for an amazing fight. If they promote it right, could be huge. We're just going to have to wait to see how everything turns out, my friends. But let me know what you guys think about Canelo Alvarez. Is this a true duck? Or is the elbow injury, the recovery, serious? Is Canelo Alvarez not looking at this as a, oh, this is a dangerous opponent, I think we're going to take a different route to, a world championship fight? Or is he just like, I can't fight, my elbow hurts? In my opinion, I think he's ducking. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, my friends. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, and I'm